Okay, we're going to install a Vari Vibe on a 200 piano. First thing we want to do is, of course, disconnect the power. There's going to be 3 screws underneath the front here. Those come out. There's going to be 2 screws up top here. Those come out. And we need to remove the knobs, and the top will lift off. And sometimes we just got to pull it away from the rail there a little. And that comes right off, and we'll just set that aside. Now, if we look, we have the vibrato pot here, and that is connected to the board here. We're going to remove all those wires.
Sometimes you have to use a little pre-solder to transfer the heat energy into that cup.
Alright, now we're just going to pull those wires through. And we're going to remove the vibrato pot. Okay, now we're going to install the Vari Vibe, so we'll just fit it behind here. And the first thing we got to do is we need to hook up the ground to it. And the ground is where you removed the wires from the original vibrato pot, and it's going to be pin 1, or the one furthest to your left, the front left corner of the board. So we're just going to solder that in. And the next wire, which is the blue wire, this is what's going to inject the vibrato signal into the amp, and that gets soldered to the third one, and nothing gets soldered to the middle post. That gets left alone. Now we need power for this, and the best place probably to get it is right from the main filter cap, which is all the way on the right side of the board, on the positive side. So we're just going to add a little solder to the wire here. And we're just going to fish this wire over. And solder it right to that first cap. A little tight in there. Okay, just make sure give it a tug to make sure it's a good connection. And the next thing we need to do, we need to alter the gain of the circuit. And we're just going to tack in an 8.2K resistor across another resistor. And if you look, there's the level pot, level trim pot, and there's a 15K resistor right to the right of it. And we're just going to add a little solder on either side of it. There we go. And we're just going to add in that 8.2K. Tack it on one side. Oop, we'll need to redo that. We need to add a little solder. Okay, just give a little tug to make sure the connections are good. And that's it. You should be good to go. Let's give it a try. And you can fine-tune the gain of the circuit so it doesn't break up when you know, depending on your playing. If you're a hard player, you want to keep that a little lower. And the way this works is the outside is the depth and the inside is the speed. So let's, and there's a push button, the little push pot here, that does a half speed. And that's it.